Kame house party.
Hey everybody, welcome to Kame House Party for another week. I'm Vince.
I'm Aaron.
And this is the universe's only, bestest, and greatest improv comedy Dragon Ball Watch Along podcast where Aaron and myself set out to watch every episode and iteration of Dragon Ball and then come onto the podcast and talk about it. And we're here again to talk about another episode of Dragon Ball Z. But as you may know, if you're an old bee, if you're an old head, and if you're a newbie, here's your introduction to a little piece that we do to set up the episode via Kame housekeeping, which is the first piece of Kame.
Up. He's gone. He's gone. Speed buggy.
I've gone all speed buggy. I'm out of gas. Right at my brain ran out of gas.
Right in the very. You made it a whole 2 minutes.
A whole 2 minutes. Jesus Christ.
Am I cutting this out?
I need some extends. I don't know.
The fact that you mentioned extends, now it's got to stay.
Now it's got to stay in.
With Smiling Bob? Okay. Just double checking, making sure that we both saw the same thing.
we both get the same media.
We were both up at night. We were both up past midnight on Cartoon Network.
Absolutely. I wish I could sing all the songs from that classic rock album that you could buy. The infomercial. But that is neither here nor there, because what we're here to do, Aaron, is the first piece of Kame housekeeping, which is the world famous. No.
It is.
Oh yeah, it is. It is.
Last I checked.
Christ. Jesus.
Did something change?
I think these filler episodes are rotting my brain.
I think, we need to get out of them soon. We won't, but
it's the influence of the Machio star. I'm going to say that. So. Mercury is in retrograde. Machio star is crashing into the planet. We'll get into that. But we have to get into the first piece of Kame housekeeping, which is the world famous UN-sanctioned 1 minute roundup raking leaves sound.
There we go. A nice big pile of fall leaves.
Woo-hoo!
No, my son.
Splat.
You jumped from the other house over into our pile of leaves that I just raked. Billy.
Yeah, Dad. Oh, that was so cool. That was so extreme. That's so extreme.
Look, did your brother Willie get it on camera?
You know I did.
Well, did you get it vertical or horizontal?
I did it in both. It can go on any kind of media. Yeah, Dad.
Okay, good.
Billy and Willie are a social media team.
Look, you know the rules of my house. If you're going to do something dangerous, it's got to be for the gram.
But that's old school, Dad. Because now there's the gram, there's TikTok, and we're on the extreme subreddit, r/extreme.
Is it, so for my edification as an old man, do people call it the tick or the talk?
They just call it the talk, Dad. That's so cringe. So cringe.
No, I'm base and cringe.
You're based, not blurst. Yeah, Dad. We wish you were blurst. But instead you're based and total cringe.
I'll be the laughing stock of the other dads in the neighborhood.
Well, look, you could be the hero of our TikTok if you let me jump on you instead of the leaves.
You want to do okay, so let me pitch this. I know you have an open door policy about this. Here we go.
Yeah, we open to any pitches, Dad.
The Dr. Seuss book, Hop on Pop. And the cover is two creatures hopping on an older, bigger creature. You want to do something like that? Could this be a trend?
I never put two and two together, but let's run it. Let's get it. Send it, Papa. Send it,
All right.
Billy.
I'm
I'm gonna send it.
I'm gonna lay on my back amongst these very crispy fall leaves. Settle in. I'm gonna extend my belly out.
Woo!
Oh,
Yeet!
I'm ready.
Ironically, yeet this. Woo!
He's eating himself.
Nice. I got that in super slow-mo. Dad?
Am I, son? You didn't tell me you had your cleats on still.
It's yeet in cleats season, Dad.
I should have checked the Google Calendar. I forgot to check the reminder, and that's on me. Also, your spiked football pads.
I couldn't hold it back anymore.
It's a serious scene.
And scene. We hope Billy and Willie's TikTok just goes through the moon.
Yeah,
that's what we're
if their
hoping.
dad's gonna die, they should at least be popular online. That's the least the world can do for him.
I think Gen Z will make that trade. They'll trade the boomers and the elder millennials for TikTok clout.
I think, yeah. So
Gosh, I hope I'm alienating some of our audience at the moment. But that is the end of our warm-up improvised scene that we do at the top of the show to loosen and tighten our improv muscles to get ready to dive into whatever the show doles out, and we can jump into whatever scene that we feel like we're ready for when we talk about the actual episode. That then leads us into the 1 minute roundup proper, where one of us has 60 seconds to summarize everything that has happened in Dragon Ball Z and OG Dragon Ball up until this point. Why do you guys torture yourself like that, you might be asking? Oh, because it's fun to watch us squirm and try to outdo the Micro Machines man, but also it's a way to help new listeners, old listeners get into the episode without having to watch every episode of Dragon Ball or listen to every episode of the podcast to get caught up to where we are. But if you got the time, hey, go for it. But now that I said all that, I have one question that I need to ask Aaron. Aaron, are you ready to round up?
Yep. Dragon Ball is about 7 magic crystal balls. You collect them all. You get any wish you want. It starts Goku. He was a little boy. He fell from the heavens like Christ. He defeated a bunch of people and kept them from using the Dragon Balls for evil. He entered martial arts tournaments where he made a bunch of friends. He made enemies that turned into friends. He beat up the Demon King. Then he got married, had a kid. He's a young adult now. Turns out he's from space. His brother comes down and says, help me do evil space thing. He's like, nope. Kills his brother. Gets killed in the process. Trains even more in the afterlife. Comes back to defeat more people from his home planet. He does. His friends die in the process, so they have to go to another planet, Namek, to get the Dragon Balls to wish him back. When he does that, he meets a bunch of space jerks, and the most powerful space jerk, Frieza, but he defeats him by becoming the all-powerful Super Saiyan. And now he's like lost in space, and things are good again. People are back to life, but oh no, it's Garlic Jr., and he non-canonically has come back to fuck shit up. That's it.
Nice. With room to spare. Hot damn. I was trying to keep up with the points on my hands, but then I forgot how to count. But Aaron, thank you so much for rounding up with a little second to catch your breath. But look, if you're like, hey, I want to know a little bit more about that time that Goku's friends died and he had to go to space, then go back and listen to those episodes. They're somewhere in the 200s. Maybe
something like that.
And if you're like, what? Goku saved the world and fought in martial arts tournaments? That's not a Dragon Ball Z. Oh, it's a Dragon Ball. So go on back and check it out if you're curious or if you're furious. Aaron, and I say furious because we have to get to the final piece of Kame housekeeping, which I absolutely hate. It's been years, Aaron, and I'm finally telling you.
What, really? You're admitting this now? Of course you would in this restaurant. so I won't cause a scene.
Yeah, how do you like your pie? Is the pie good?
So good. To quote James Franco.
Oh, but the final piece of Kame housekeeping is where I tell you, the listener, that Aaron and I watched 2 different versions of the episode. I watched the English dubbed, while Aaron watches the Japanese English subtitled version, because comparing and contrasting is fun. No further questions. Okay? So let me start off with the first difference, which usually is the title. And the English title for this week's episode, which is episode 115 of Dragon Ball Z, The World Awakens.
I also have that in my title.
Okay.
But that's sort of the second act of the title. There's a beginning and end.
I love this. Yeah, hit me.
So for Dragon Ball Z episode 115, the original Japanese language title, roughly translated, is The Ultra Holy Water Wort! The World Awakens from its nightmare.
Ooh. Also, spoiler.
As always.
As always, your titles are spoilers. Mine genuinely just all around suck. Yeah, they're boilers. I'm furious. I said this before last week. I'm still hot under the collar because we're still in stupid filler bullshit.
It's not great, despite some cool action.
There's some cool action here. Yes, I'll give this episode that. I'll give last episode a little bit of cool action. Yeah, whatever. Gohan doing stuff, but I'm tired of the quips, Aaron. I'm tired of the English dub with all these.
You're quipped out.
I'm quipped out, and I love Quiplash. I love Jackbox, but not no more.
You're suffering from quiplash.
That's it. Man, there's people can suffer from long COVID. I could suffer from quiplash. These medical mishaps.
Choke dysentery.
That's how I always died in that game that was on calculators. Oregon Trail.
Yeah.
You've died of choke dysentery. You laughed out your butt too much.
You couldn't stop choking.
But here, let's get into it. Let's get into this episode. And I want to hit it off with the announcer quote. This is what I'm talking about. Too many quips.
Okay. There's even the announcer, for shame.
Listen to this. How long can he keep up this? Oh, Jesus. How long can he keep a gargantuan of girth like Garlic Jr. from falling on Piccolo?
A gargantuan of girth.
A gargantuan of girth like Garlic Jr. from falling on Piccolo. Last time on Bedroom Z, I gave her the gargantuan girth
known as Garlic Jr.
I get bigger the closer the Machio star gets to Earth.
We all know what the Machio star is referencing. No need to go into it further.
But in all honesty, the Machio star is more like a blue diamond.
That's, oh boy.
Unnecessary.
Gross.
And gross. The alliteration aside, and I love alliteration. It's wonderful when used responsibly.
Just girth is a word that is retired at this point as far as like polite conversation.
Yeah, even if it's true, you're never going to point out something that is girthy.
Yeah.
Earthy, sure, but girthy, no, thank you.
It's like that, a moist. It's like you're gonna get a chuckle.
Yeah.
No matter what you're talking about.
Regardless.
Just put it away.
Yeah. Don't bring D's out in public.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Keep it in your pants, announcers.
Yeah.
Did your episode also start on just people on Earth just hitting stuff? So it's like, I don't know what they thought they were animating, because it's people just taking pipes to things that are already rubble.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. And Aaron, I forgot that this whole saga, whole thing takes place in one night,
Mm-hmm.
one singular night, and the city is gone. There's no coming back from this.
They really tore it apart. I'm like, because we never get, aside from like biting more people, you don't really know what the demons are trying to do. And I guess this is the result. Once everyone's a demon, they're like, break stuff.
You wanna break stuff?
Yeah, let's play that Limp Bizkit song on loop.
Full
You see
full Macchio star. Let's just break stuff. Yeah.
Mhm.
The light of the Macchio star.
This sounds kind of romantic, actually.
Your fangs are looking lovely.
Oh, thank you for noticing. I just grew them.
Oh, you too?
Yes. Oh, we have so much in common. You also just became a demon. How interesting.
I love the pink of your eyes.
Yeah, no open ass farts for me. It's natural.
And see these dirty demons out here.
Ooh,
Ooh,
yeah,
these dirty demons.
If it continued, it would be just them farting on things.
Absolutely. That the depths of human atrocities.
Yeah, what's a pure evil human is just farting.
And these
they run
are
around.
supposed to be Warriors and Garlic Jr.'s new army to take over the universe. Like hell. That army of Kui would take out the human beings before getting out.
Unorganized.
Yeah, they're unorganized. They're not very strong. Not all of them have access to ki. All that good stuff. All the cons of a human army are there.
A lot of them are mice.
I guess that's it. He was leaning on the cat's mice.
Yeah.
As part of the attack.
I just wanted the animals to be evil. They have claws, fangs, trunks,
talons,
poisons, and venoms.
Oh, look, speaking of venom, we gotta talk about this because Gohan squaring up against Garlic Jr., who was previously about to take down his green dad. He's giving him the business, hitting him in the stomach a bunch, making Garlic Jr. spit up blood. At this point, I'm like, go ahead, Gohan, go for it. What is this? Piccolo still can't, Piccolo's still unable to draw his strength because of Kame. He says as much to Krillin.
He does a thing at the beginning where he sees himself disappearing, and he's smiling. He's like, Kame must be getting the business real good down there. This rules. Something along those lines.
Mine is less like he's not like reveling in Kami's misery so much as he is just like, ugh, Kame, what's he doing down there? It's his fault, Krillin. I can't see my arm.
That makes sense.
Yeah. We do get to cut to see Kame standing before the 4 other guardians of Earth, who are also, Aaron, too damn quippy. And here's the quote.
Wait, Kame or
no,
the ghosts?
The ghosts.
Those silent ghosts.
One of those ghosts. Yeah.
They're silent on my end.
They are chatterboxes in mine. Because this is what they say to Kame. I can see you're tired. Wouldn't you like to put your feet up and rest? For eternity? Like, what?
Got him.
Like, I don't get. Is that supposed to be threatening? It seems like he's like, why don't you just, like, I wanted them to then present Kame with like a lazy boy to sit in instead of what they do, which is shock him incessantly.
It's Evo, Kame. Why don't you pull up a gamer chair?
Kame, we know you love video games, so we got you your own PlayStation 5.
A PlayStation 5? Popo couldn't get me one, even though we stood in line long. But turns out he was just seeing the Queen.
Popo thought he was in line for a PlayStation 5, Kame. Popo really thought. And then when I got there, the box was full of a dead queen. I said, where's the DualSense 5?
You're like this. Yeah, you told me you were like, this looks like the digital only queen. I wanted the disc version. I'll pay the extra hundo.
Yes, Kame thought Popo thought Kame
Mm-hmm.
would settle for a disc version of the Queen instead of a PlayStation 5.
Look, as long as she plays Ultra HD Blu-rays, I'm happy. Honestly.
She had blue eyes and she plays Blu-rays. And scene.
And see.
But yes, I hate
These
it. I hate that these ghosts talk.
Ghosts are like children, seen, not heard. That's right. I'm from 100 years ago.
Yeah, that's a reference only us get now, which is crazy.
That is a, yeah.
I even
What,
know
you
the
didn't have-
school. He was a Midland man. Oh, god damn it.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I do like Kami in this scene because he starts laughing. Like, essentially, he goes on this tirade of saying, like, "Yeah, I get it. I'm an alien. I'm not from Earth. I'm inferior to you, Kamis, but I love Earth more than you, than any of you could. I love the beings here, and I'd do anything. Don't you get it? It's an honor to die for these humans."
Oh, okay. Okay. There's some similarities.
Okay.
I think the English version was a little ahead of the curve on bullying because Kami calls them, you're just a bunch of bullies. That's what you are. And then he does say, yeah, I'm willing to die for the Earthlings as guardian. It's my job, and I have to get to it, he says. So he's a company man.
He is. Yeah. It's a holiday for him, but here he is.
But I have more fun with your version of the show since like Kami's calling them out for being bad guardians, and also I guess the previous Guardians of Earth were human.
I suppose, at least from there.
Yeah, at least from Earth. Maybe they're not human. Maybe they could be animal people or something along those lines. But
a monster beast Girin, perhaps. A giant fish. I don't know.
Maybe. Like, so now I'm thinking like that means Popo has been around for all 4 previous Kamis.
Has he? I know he mentioned like one of them at least.
He knew Kami's successor, I thought by name, but he never says it. So I'm not sure if he has a relationship to the other 3, but that would make Popo like, let's just assume from humanity's existence, it's like hundreds of thousands, maybe a million years old. Ooh. Popo, I hope has some kind of sweet 401k. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, when he retires in a million years. Just waiting for humanity to die so I can retire.
They say the meek shall inherit the earth, but it's more like the me, Popo. After you're all gone, it's the Popo show.
That's right. I'm starting a public access show. It's on my bucket list.
It's a mix of Arsenio Hall meets driving Miss Daisy on a magic carpet. The Popo show.
It's, that comedians in cars getting coffee. This is combatants on carpets getting kicked in the groin. It's a prank show too.
That's right. Popo loves Impractical Jokers.
Sal.
The other
Quinn.
ones. Oh,
Joe. Myrrh. like the gifts to Christ. Joe, Quinn, and Myrrh.
I just now I'm assuming this is in the Impractical Jokers lexicon or like the archives. They have to have a prank where they are the 3 wise men and they're just like Jersey. They're just like, hey, I'm not being told this, but I got the baby Jesus Pepper spray? I don't.
I think some sort of pork roll.
Yeah. Instead of frankincense, it's all beef
Frank.
Franks.
Some guy named Frank.
some guy named Frank.
Jesus, you in trouble anytime, any day or night. You call this number.
The Romans come after you, Jesus. All you gotta do is call this number.
That's what. Yeah, that's why he. That's why he got. He did not. He lost.
Didn't
the
have a
paper.
phone.
That too, I guess. Fine.
The Impractical Joker's last joke to Jesus.
Yeah, someone's in someone's earpiece saying, "Steal Jesus's phone, change all his numbers to Judas."
All outgoing calls go right to Judas.
Jeez. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
So, back to a fight.
Right.
Oh yeah, that whole speech does like no. It's just nothing changes.
Nothing changes. Kame gets zapped again. Back to the fight. Gohan, he's like, you know what, Garlic Jr., I'm over this. Let's finish this. He then runs him through a la Goku via versus King Piccolo. Just plows through him, creates a giant hole, and then Masenko blasts him. Krillin is like, yeah, Gohan, you did it. And then Piccolo has to remind Krillin, like, dude, he literally last time you saw him wish for immortality. He's not done. He's not dead.
Yeah. Whoops. Because I forgot to.
And then here we go. Here come more quips.
Okay.
Garlic Jr. after rising from the dust cloud, says this to Gohan. Thanks. I needed to lose a couple of pounds. You pack a big punch for such a little kid, but your plan of attack was full of holes. Yeah.
Okay. We're done.
Yeah.
Podcast over.
Podcast over. Let's wrap it up. This garlic is roasted.
Unfollow us on every social media platform, please.
Like, this filler is going to be the death of me, the podcast, possibly our friendship. I don't know. I don't know if we can go on after this.
I mean, we have to, like Piccolo. He tries to go on, tries to fight, but you know, he's just weak. Kami's getting too zapped. And then like it's Piccolo, Krillin on the floor. They're both just exhausted. Krillin is like, if only I had just a little bit more energy, maybe I could have protected you and Gohan. And then Piccolo's response and mine is like, you protecting me? Oh God, how low have I sunk?
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's more, I think, in line with Piccolo's current personality. I think in the English one, they try to soften him up a little bit because, I mean, they also, like, Krillin's damaged. He's like, oh, I wish I could get up, but I can't feel my legs yet. Once I get feeling back in my legs, I'll protect you and Gohan. And then Piccolo is like, Krillin, like, you've already done enough, blah, 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 all that good stuff.
No, he definitely...
No, he hasn't. He hasn't done shit.
Haven't done anything. Last I checked, it's Gohan, I think, 4. Both of us 0.
I mean, in my defense, I was going along with your plan, Piccolo. And that second time that Gohan, he took those guys out, I mean, I was badly burned and kind of taking a nap.
Taking a nap?
I mean, I was knocked out.
Wait a minute. You're telling me when I went over to check on you and you're going, honk shoe, honk shoe?
That was acting.
You were, oh no, you took my acting training and used it against me, my own technique?
Yes.
And?
Follow the fun. Yes, and honk shoe, honk shoe.
Oh, he must be sleeping again. Little guy's tuckered out.
Yes.
Let me put this slab of stonework over him. as a blanket. His warrior body should be able to withstand it. Clunk.
Honk.
He's still sleeping, so just like what I assume a human baby sounds like.
Marin.
Strained, purple faced.
Marin.
Marin. Who?
My girlfriend.
Wait a minute, the slab is lifting up. You've somehow become more powerful. In certain areas. Krillin he does get more powerful.
He does.
He suddenly he's doing a little trick. He does a honestly unnecessary triple backflip.
Yeah. Back handsprings when you can fly are just pointless. But he does punctuate it with a nice kick to the face for Garlic Jr. And he's like, I'm gonna hold him off until Kame gets the job done, and you can get your strength back, Piccolo. Also, I think it's important to note that Gohan has been sidelined at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And Aaron, there was another quip that I didn't tell you about. That after Garlic Jr. bats away Gohan and Krillin, he turns to the space where Gohan is. He goes, he shoots, he scores. So we've got a baseball reference a couple episodes ago. Now a basketball reference. I'm convinced the Dead Zone gets ESPN Plus.
Well, with the package, it's a deal you can't be missed. Speaking of deals, I mean, we got to get to this commercial.
Hey there, everybody. I'll let you get back to the episode in just a second. Just want to remind y'all that I'm going to be doing a charity stream for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. It's near and dear to my heart as someone who suffers from a form of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. I've gone through a bunch of treatments. I'm coming to the end of them. And so I'm trying to celebrate and raise a little money on October 15th, only on our Twitch, twitch.tv/Kame House Party, where I will be streaming for a cure. All donations will go to Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, who are set. Their mission is to make life more palatable for people going through Hodgkin's, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, any kind of blood-related cancer. Just trying to make either their hospital stays better, improving research and access to care. They do a great job. It's for a great cause. And I'll be torturing myself by playing, you guessed it, Bloodborne. So Bloodborne illness, you see how it connects there.
We all get it.
Yeah. I think if I had more white blood cells, I'd call myself a pale blood. But until that point, I am a new blood, and we're going to be diving into that on October 15th. It's going to be 8 hours, 10 to 6 on October 15th, twitch.tv/Kame House Party right down there. Mark your calendars. It should be on the calendar on our Twitch. So that's the charity stream. We've got another one coming up at the end of October. We'll talk about that sometime in the future. But thank you in advance for showing up and sitting through this. And now, back to the show. Go. Get back there.
Okay.
I'm gonna say this.
Please
This
do.
might be Krillin's highlight moment of this saga. I think Krillin gets like a highlight moment in every saga. And this one I'll call a highlight. So right back from commercial, Krillin's like, all right, here we go. Kamehameha wave. Let's do it. He sends it Garlic Jr.'s way. Again, Aaron, he's got a fucking quip for this. He's got a quip.
Ooh.
So you want to play catch? Then he puts his hand out because he thinks he can catch a Kamehameha wave.
I thought we were going to get a Shania Twain. So you've got a Kamehameha wave. That don't impress me much.
Garlic Jr., I gotta ask, how many streaming services you get in the Dead Zone?
Oh, that's just YouTube. Are you talking about CMT?
Yes, I thought you meant the country music channel.
I think the Nashville Network is what they call it now. If it still exists. Look, we all know I cut the cords long ago.
Maybe dark in there, but not on your entertainment, huh, Garlic Jr.? Get ESPN Plus, CMT, YouTube,
Hulu. Yeah.
Hulu. I guess is where you get all them live sports.
Hulu has live sports.
Oh, Garlic Jr., this is not an ad for Hulu.
Oh, okay. Oh, we already did that part? Damn. All right. I have to give back this money then. Shit.
And Seed.
And scene.
So, Krillin fires the Kamehameha wave. Right at the last second, he pulls it up. And Aaron, guess what? Garlic Jr. has something to say about that.
Oh, no!
What a curveball!
This is okay. You know what? Here's one of my lines. Just to even it out, where Garlic Jr. is more of a threat, less of a insult comic. So he does get knocked down because the Kamehameha goes up, goes down, drills him into the ground. He's super pissed off. He goes, "I'm going to kill you so very painfully." To Krillin as he, I think, grabs him by his dome.
Yep, grabs him by the chrome dome. Piccolo, this angers Piccolo to the point where he's like, all right, I'm gonna fight back, even though he's crackling with electrical energy, because we're also now getting intercuts of Kame being zapped by his predecessors. And God, like, I'm scanning my notes to see if there's another quote here, but thank goodness there's not. Because what happens
you don't have to share them if you hate them so much. The audience will understand.
No, they need to know. he needs to know. They're not children, Aaron.
We don't need to withhold the truth from them. The dub was bad in this.
The dub was bad. Santa's not real. The Easter Bunny's a sham.
He is real, but he is a sham. He's like, he doesn't get, you know where he gets those eggs from? Oh, you don't want to know.
You don't want to know. You don't know. You don't want to know. That Cadbury Bunny, a freak of nature. Bunnies don't make that noise.
You think a rabbit laying chocolate eggs occurs naturally? You know how many men died to create that rabbit?
Do you know how many scientists the U.S. secretly allowed back into the country after World War II to develop that rabbit?
Project Paperclip was about creating the Cadbury Bunny in Brazil.
The Brazil boys were all nicknames for bunnies.
Speaking of bunnies, in the Hugh Hefner sense, we got.
Nice.
we're back in Corrin's tower. It's still nighttime. We see Meryl. She's fast asleep on a futon. Some freaks made this scene. Is all I can say.
Yeah. Let's just say, perhaps a Quentin Tarantino directed this this moment.
Yeah, you gotta.
God,
they did. Look,
they did.
Yajirobe was looking a little Tarantino-esque, so I see it, because Yajirobe is also sleeping next to Meryl on the bare ass floor, mind you.
Mm-hmm.
She's wiggling around, puts her foot in his mouth, causes him to wake up.
Immediately ejaculates.
It's like, what?
My beans.
Wait, I mean, no, I was choking. That's why I made that sound. She immediately calls him a lech. For what's going on. I mean, like, okay. I just need to know this setup.
Go ahead.
First of all, it's Corrin's tower. There's not really rooms when Goku was there. Maybe they renovated.
Maybe, but I thought there was there's a downstairs, because what we've seen is there is a kitchen. There is a
There's the
kitchen.
kitchen.
So in the downstairs, I thought there was like the kitchen area. There was like that side where all the different jars are. One has a giant centipede monster in it. The others look into the past, present, and future. There's that wardrobe that has a waterfall in it. I assume that was on the side where Korin's bed was, and that's where Goku was staying while he was there. And then they go up to the top, the second floor to train, i.e., try to catch the water.
Yeah, I just don't know. Like, why is her thing there?
Mhm.
Why is Yajirobe next? Like, I got my own bed. Unless that's his big futon.
And he needs to sleep close to it. You're asking the right questions.
I'm
This
curious.
is what we're saying. I think, Aaron, somebody who worked on this episode was a freak.
I mean, judging by some of the shots, for sure. There are some. All I'm gonna say is there were some angles that I'm surprised made it to air.
Yep. I'm not surprised that the English dialogue made it to air though, because when Marin wakes up, realizes what's happened, she's like, "Ew, why were you biting me?" Like,
Just trying to see what those feet do.
I mean, that's what I wanted. I wanted Yajirobe to be embarrassed, not like, because I think he gets slapped, but I wanted him to be red faced when she like accused him of, ugh.
He's just mad of like, you're the one wiggling around.
Yeah. You're the one who moves in your sleep, you goddamn monster.
You stole my food. First, you win my. There we go. This is a continuation of the poker game. or the
Right?
old
Oh,
maid.
perfect.
I won your bed. Now you have to like, oh, you don't have anything to gamble? Well, if I win, you have to sleep on the floor next to me so I can watch you suffer. That's how Meryl gets it.
She puts her foot in his mouth. You lost the bet.
You lost the bet, Yajirobe. And guess what? I'm gonna gaslight your ass. I'm gonna pretend like nothing happened when I wake up.
Because yeah, she wakes up, she runs to the railing after giving Yajirobe the business. She's like, "Look, the sun is rising. Hurry up, everybody. We can watch the sunrise together." Isn't it amazing? Korin appears at her side. It's like, sun should have rose like maybe a couple hours ago. Something weird's going on.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
No.
It doesn't make fucking sense. Aaron, it doesn't make sense because we know this takes place over one night. Once the sun rises, the effects of the mist are permanent. And what Korin is suggesting, that within this filler, there was somehow more filler. They stretched the night.
Maybe the Machio star had some sort of effect on the Earth's rotation.
So here's what this is it. This is where we're going. I love it because I wanted to talk about this. In all the scenes of the Machio star in this episode, it is bigger than any celestial body in our solar system could be. I'm assuming like the Machio star must be closer than the moon to Earth.
For sure. A moonfall situation.
We're in a moonfall situation. We're in a Legend of Zelda moonfall situation. Because like, does that mean like the Machio star has changed Earth's orbit in a way that made the night last longer? Like you're closer to the Arctic Circle? Is that what we're suggesting? I mean, that's what Korin is suggesting.
That's in the English dub, yes. So for reference, mine, he's just like, oh boy, I hope that water's out there helping humanity. I'm real worried.
That's the only line you need.
And that's when that's the gag of like, suddenly he turns red face and Meryl's giving a little scritch under his chin. It's like, several. Look, the only explanation is that time and space have warped. That's the only way this could still be going on.
He pulls a whole Interstellar. Maybe Murphy had something to do with this. Murphy's Law, that is. Then mansplains Murphy's Law to Marin.
Yeah. So Murphy's Law isn't. It's anything can happen. It's I'm slipping into my my what's his favorite?
Matthew Conaway.
Yeah, Matthew McConaughey. I got Renaissance and McConaughey all mixed up. I'm just look. The Macchio star is fucking with me. All right, that's my explanation.
Yeah. This episode, this filler,
let's
the way that they chose Garlic Jr. to be the filler arc villain, just a bad idea. I would have rather a new, maybe dumb kind of villain that they could have fought instead. That would go away and never come back. I don't know.
Just some. I mean, yeah, it's like because it is just. I mean, you'll see at the end. It's a big old rehash. So. Back on the tower, everyone's telling Gohan to shoot Garlic Jr. while Piccolo and Krillin hold him down. He's hesitating. He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to kill his friends. Popo, again, the thing that they should have done in the first place. Kame's like, you know what, Popo? I ain't getting through. Fuck. You know that thing you told me 3 episodes ago? You're right. Can you take this water to the hole? Thanks. I appreciate it.
Popo will take it to the hole. Just for Kame.
Can you take it from downtown?
Popo's gonna shake, rattle, and roll all the way to the hole.
But that's it. Popo somehow makes it. While Kame is still getting zapdosed up. He throws it. This is another like cutting back and forth thing.
Yeah.
So by the time Gohan shoots a blast I don't know what they're trying to do. He's got eternal life. What are you going to do? Piccolo becomes weak again. So Garlic Jr. escapes. Popo finally dumps the pot into the 4 winds, which is just like a jug.
Yeah, it literally just looks like a hole. Like for all the talk of like this is where all the air currents of the world meet. I was expecting something a little more grand, and a little bit more impactful for when Popo actually does it. Because what we get is at the bottom of the lookout, which I mean we've established is like full of holes at this point. Comes out a yellow gas, a little gasish liquid, and that falls over the earth. I wanted to ask you, do you think this is where the Nimbus cloud comes from? Because it could explain why that like giant Nimbus cloud, and I'm going all the way back to Dragon Ball.
Oh yeah, there was a Mama cloud.
There was a Mama Nimbus cloud that was hanging around Korin's tower. We now know that when the sacred water hits the air, it becomes a yellow cloud.
Maybe. I mean, water, air, this all scientifically, this checks out.
Yeah. We're at the
know
proper
clouds have those
level
two
of the
things.
atmosphere. So cumulo, nimbus, maybe. That's my suggestion, but like we don't do research on this show. So somebody's gotta do it.
If you know the origin, if you know like not the origins we saw in the show.
Right.
Like the secret back origins of the flying Nimbus. Tell us that. Don't fucking tell us how clouds are made. I don't need that.
Yeah. Look,
that doesn't
I can
affect
tell
me.
Aaron, I can tell you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Water crystals evaporate.
Crystals.
What? Yeah. Here we go. Water evaporates, goes into the sky, it gets cold, creates little crystals. They're lighter than air. They form up. They make clouds at various levels of our atmosphere. The clouds are able to obtain different shapes. So like low pressure systems is why you get those big pillowy cumulonimbus clouds. At higher elevations, you get cumulocirrus, which are those thin clouds. They don't really produce that much rain. Bada bing, bada boom. You got clouds. Don't get me talking about the troposphere, because this is full of tropes. This whole saga, full of tropes.
But like, no, everyone's fine. I mean, the trope of like the sun edging over the mountains. I feel like sunrise is always like very loose interpretation. It's in the eye of the beholder of like what actually counts as sunrise. Are we saying when
you're
like,
right,
actually light cresting over a mountain? Do you need the full ass sun to be in view? How do time zones work in this? I don't have time to think about that. Just humanity saved, okay?
Yeah, but Australians technically first, right? Because they have the first. Shut up,
Yeah.
Vince. We're talking about the episode. Can't get into this.
Can't get it. You'll lose your goddamn mind. It's like thinking about gremlins and feeding them past midnight. What does that mean?
I don't know, but what I do know is Garlic Jr. is so mad that all of his plans have been dashed again that he screams loud enough to open the door to the dead zone. Sound familiar? Look familiar? Sure as hell does.
Yep.
Almost like they may have recycled it straight from the movie. Because yeah, that's it. Garlic Jr. he's like, all right, here's how I'm gonna, now that everything else hasn't worked, here's my revenge. You're all gonna be stuck in the dead zone with ESPN Plus, CMTV,
And it's,
Chip and Joanna show.
yeah, I got the Magnolia Network, and I've just been doing trials. I don't even pay for it. You'll have it for like 2 days. Get hooked, and then it's gone.
The ultimate revenge. Sure, we'd love to see what happens in episode 4, where Chip and Joanna have to restore, what's this? A 1950s Tudor?
I can't wait to cancel Disney Plus the day before Mandalorian Season 3 comes out.
I know the next episode of She-Hulk is her twerking with Megan Thee Stallion. But Gohan, Krillin, Piccolo, too bad! Stupid. So stupid.
Piccolo will have to twerk on his own if you want to see a big green monster clapping cheeks.
Piccolo's like, I don't twerk. Never heard of this stuff.
I do. Look, I drop it like it's hot on occasion. I've been known to get low.
Don't you dare call me shorty.
I'm very tall. Everyone knows this.
I'm the tallest.
It's a defining trait of mine. But this, yeah, Dead Zone's back. Please, I don't want to. You never know what Dragon Ball is going to throw at you.
No.
I don't want to put money on next episode being the last Garlic Jr. episode, but I don't see how much more they can do. How much more can they fit in?
Yeah, like I don't. Oh God, Aaron! If there's more than one more episode, we have a massive problem. Like we have a huge issue.
The podcast is incorrect structurally from like the very beginning, and we need to rethink our lives.
We spent all this time, and Dragon Ball's finally biting back. Like it's been smooth sailing for the most part up until now, but gosh, look. That's kind of the end of the episode. That is the end of the episode. So thank you for suffering through the sighs, suffering through the quips. Hopefully you don't have quiplash by the end of this. Hopefully I can absorb most of it. This is why I should start wearing my podcast seatbelt so I don't get quiplash.
Yeah. I mean, you know, we need to have a safe distance between the podcast in front of us. No more cascading.
No, absolutely not. Gosh. Don't follow me too close.
You got to have that air cushion, that AirPod cushion. We did get some more words from Master Researcher Nick. They sent us a YouTube clip. And referencing that, they say, calling back to last week, we might not always get Big Daddy Piccolo. Because was it Big Daddy Garlic Jr.? Right?
Oh, yeah, it was Big Daddy
That's
Garlic.
What he called himself?
Yeah. How could we forget?
So we don't get Big Daddy Piccolo, but how can we forget that gross scene we did? But apparently in the French translated to English version of Dragon Ball, we get something similar. So let me share yonder YouTube video. Baba Deep. Hit the thing. Share audio. Here we go.
Baba Deep.
All right. So this is that that's a Raditz, right?
No, I think that's a Turtles.
Is this from a movie?
Yeah. I think that's from the Tree of Might.
Okay. Something we'll get to at some point. Anyway, here's some weird dubbing.
Answer me. Who are you?
It's Big Green!
Let that child alone. I have never taken orders from anyone. Now you will.
Oh, that's lovely.
Big Green!
I've never taken orders from anyone. Big Green, yeah.
Big Green!
Big Green.
Let that child alone.
I've never taken orders from it. That's like, but yes, Big Green is good, but I've never taken orders from anyone.
That's the that's the MVP of that scene.
That's the best line read I've ever heard, ever.
Just sounds like someone who's about to quit their day job. It's like, hey, Gary, we're gonna need you to stay late. And Gary's just like Hattie's like, I've never taken orders from anyone. Then he just leaves.
Yeah, it's like it's the end of like a whole monologue he had in his head. And that's the part that like actually squeaked out. But we're gonna squeak out of this episode. Thank you so much for watching and listening and enduring this saga with us. If you want to contact us, you can do that. You can find us on most social media. Just search that Kame House Party. If you have your own research, again, it better be what we requested specifically. Or if you have a 1 minute roundup, maybe you thought mine was garbage, and you're entitled to your opinion. But you got to put your email where your mouth is by sending in your own 1 minute roundup that will play here on the pod. Well, what else do? We do other things.
We got Twitch coming to you every Thursday over at twitch.tv/Kame House Party, 8 p.m. Eastern. Why don't you go ahead and give us a follow? Maybe give us a sub if you're so inclined.
Yeah.
What else we got?
I mean, we'll say it again. We got 2 charity streams coming up in the month of October, the spookiest month, and the most. Look, it's the holiday where you give candy to strangers. I'd say it's the most charitable month.
Absolutely, yeah. Even more so than Thanksgiving,
yeah,
or Christmas.
The dead are allowed to walk the earth. I don't know what's more charitable than that. So October 15th, we have a mainly Vince charity stream. Go check that out over on twitch.tv/Kame House Party. We're going to have one at the end of the month, that Hollow weekend. More just, again, that's why you got to follow us on social media so you know when all this happens.
Yeah, that's right.
But, go ahead and give us a follow over on Twitch. You'll get notified for when those streams and any stream we do happens.
That's right. So that's all the places you can catch Kame House Party. If you didn't already know, why don't you go ahead and tell a friend, give us a like, subscribe, follow, maybe leave a comment somewhere, leave a review. It always helps people find the show when you can do stuff like that. And without further ado, this class is dismissed with our usual sign off. So whether you are Big Green or you're some kind of gargantuan girth, you gotta keep fighting.
Girth.
Oh, you son of a... You girthy son of a...
Gotta.
House Party!